Okay. Oh, I gotta lower this, I think. Wait. Okay. Ah! Hey guys, Gage here, and today what I'm going to be doing is telling you a story that I never expected to tell anyone, let alone the entire internet. But the reason that I don't know. So a few people have been asking me about the surgery that I had in December of 2017. And I don't know, like, I never really explained it to them. I never really told them why. I just kind of gave them a brief explanation of it. Nobody really understood. Like, I don't talk about it that much because it's just something that, like, I've been very insecure about my entire life, and I didn't like sharing it with people. Okay, so before we get into the surgery that I had in 2017, I want to tell you kind of like a background of my birth. So basically, I was born with something called an omphalocele, which in definition is a birth defect in which infants' a birth defect in which an infant's intestine or other abdominal organs are outside of the body because of a hole in the belly button or navel area. So this is what it looks like. I'm not going to show you the picture of me when I had that because it's disgusting and it looks like a giant green bubble coming out of my stomach. So basically, the entire story to that is when my mom was kind of far along, when I was about the size of a bean in her stomach, she had something called a vaginal ultrasound. And the doctor said that they didn't see, like, they saw something that they didn't like. So my mom was like freaking out and she was like, what? And so the doctor determined that I either had gastroschisis or something or an omphalocele. So my mom had to go see a genetic specialist where they tested her to see if my mom and dad were incompatible for having a child together because I was their firstborn. So my mom had the genetic testing done, and they also wanted to see if I was going to be born with Down syndrome. So when my mom went in to get that tested, they were determining whether I was going to be born with Down syndrome or not. And then the doctor gave my mom an option to abort me. So basically, they thought that I was either going to die at birth or be stillborn, like someone that's frozen at birth, right? So when my mom was 16 weeks pregnant, they gave her a call and they determined that I was going to be born a normal child and that I was a boy, but I did have an omphalocele. So my mom did another amniocentesis thing to see if my lungs were developed so that they could get me out of her stomach earlier. My lungs were fully developed and they decided to pop me out of her beautiful stomach. You thought I was gonna say vagina. So then they determined that I had the omphalocele and I had a heart defect. Now the heart defect has nothing to do with the surgery that I had in 2017, but it's kind of relevant to my birth. So at a day and a half old, they took me in to get my surgery and to get my omphalocele fixed, and my mom couldn't take me home for another 2 weeks. So when my mom took me home, the doctors wanted to keep an eye out on me to see if my heart was gonna be better, but it wasn't, and I ended up being in heart failure for the first 3 months of my life. At 4.5 months old, I had my heart surgery to fix up the 2 holes that I ended up having in my heart. Originally, they only thought that I had 1 hole in my heart, but I ended up having 2 when they got in there and saw everything. So basically, my omphalocele, everything is okay. My heart is okay. I'm supposed to be going to see like a heart doctor every year or 2 years, but I haven't in a long time. After the omphalocele and after everything, I ended up without having a belly button for the majority of my life, like my whole life basically. And it left me with this scar. So I was really unhappy with myself, and I didn't like anything about myself at all, like my stomach area. So I would never go and swim without a shirt, and it was just something that like always got on my nerves. In 6th grade, I remember like everyone would change in the locker rooms, and they would be like all together changing, and I would change in the stall, and everyone would be like confused on why I was changing in the stall, because I didn't tell people about it, and I don't really tell people about it that much because it's just something that I like to leave in the past. But then my stepmom ended up contacting someone named Dr. Ha, and he's the person that performed the surgery that I had. So the surgery was basically abdominal reconstruction, and I ended up getting fixed. That's the surgery that I had in 2017. But they ended up giving me a tiny little scar and a belly button, which this is the final result. The surgery took only about 45 minutes. There are like other pictures of like when it was like really far, like whenever it was first done and stuff. So skip to this number to get past this disgusting image if you don't want to see. But it's something that I like really hated about myself, and I was really self-conscious about, and I think my mom, and I thank my stepmom, and I thank everyone that was able to help me through the surgery, especially Dr. Hall. So basically I had plastic surgery. So anyways, I just wanted to clear the air so that people understood what it was about. I've been getting some Instagram DMs and like people wondering like what it was. Just like nobody knew. I posted a whole bunch of things on my Snapchat, like I'm done with surgery and all this stuff, like I feel so bad. And everyone was like freaking out, like I had a brain tumor, you know? And it was not that serious of a surgery. When I was born, yes, but like the abdominal reconstruction part of it that I had on December 20th was not that bad at all. So yeah, I know my hair is a mess, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge crooked thumbs up, comment down all the things below, and share this with your baes and your bed buddies, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!